technique for everything. The set was mischief.
That's a fact. According to who?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to take a drug test?
Cool, we need a little energy. So, welcome back, everybody, to part two. This is part two of the Bargoyles. We're at episode 119.2. Let's go ahead and shoot it out to Nick here. We got a little introduction going.
All right. Welcome, wonderful viewers, to Bar Enemy, Bar Friends, our tantalizing tavern talk segment. Today, we're diving into the delightful domain of dining and drinks, where we'll be quizzing our guests to uncover their true intentions. Are they a fabulous friend of the bar or a sneaky saboteur? Join us as we navigate a network of nuanced questions designed to determine whether our guest is a loyal libation lover or a cunning cocktail conundrum.
Oh, man, the alliteration's lit.
Christ. So without further ado, let's bring out our special guests and prepare for a playful parlay, palate preferences, beverage beliefs, and spirited strategies. This is like my fourth time reading this. It's nuts. Are we ready to sip, savor, and see if our guest is a champion of the cheers or a fiend of the fizz? Let's get started on Bar Enemy, Bar Friends.
Yo, shout out ChatGPT. We appreciate y'all. I just tell ChatGPT, I'm like, write an introductory segment for me where we're really mean and interview a guest, but use as much alliteration as possible.
Yeah, I couldn't get through it in the fucking mirror. I was doing it in the mirror at home. I was like, nah, it's like,
and then like last four, I was like, yo, that's like a tongue twister.
Yeah, like, so.
They didn't do a bunch of theater growing up. That's what that is.
Yeah, no, I was the rap kid.
Guys, you gotta do your tongue twisters. That's how you mouth exercises before you go on stage.
Dude, I rob hood with good, dude.
Hood with good? Okay, gotcha.
Good.
Okay. Well, as always, back in the coleslaw corner, there's my man DeConte.
Hey, welcome to the Coastal Corner. It's your boy DeConte, Fifth Dentist. You know, if you love it, I hate it. If you buying, I'm selling. And over here sitting at the table, the host, the face.
Hey, man, corporate Nick in the building. The face. Hey. I ain't know. That's new. Corporate Nick in the house.
Hey, let him have it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I mean, you are wearing your own face on your own hoodie, bro. So
I'm wearing a silhouette of me and my old lady.
Very different.
He's in trouble with the lady right now. So
I am not in trouble with the lady. I just bought her a puppy. I'm good for like 6 months at least.
Nice.
Because buying a women's stuff is how you win them over, correct?
Oh, when it's a puppy.
Okay, there you go. There you go. And so, that's corporate Nick, as always.
I had something funny I was going to say, and I lost it. It probably wasn't funny. So.
My bad. That was me. I was derailing things. That's what I do. I didn't mean to do it that time specifically. I was never trying to mess up your set. Roadhouse. Okay, I was getting the glasses ready. Sorry about that. Because we're continuing from part one. Part one, we got to talk a little bit to my homegirl over here, Heather Joyce. Heather, can you give your plugs? We didn't do the plugs. I want to make sure we get your plugs out of the way.
Oh, you can follow me on Instagram at HA Joyce Comedy. That's also on my YouTube. Pretty much everything is HA Joyce Comedy, all one word.
Ha! Or is it a middle initial?
It is, but
nice.
It's also ha. So.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. That's like my favorite.
Nice. Totally cool. I thought I was just being a dickhead. But no, totally cool. H.A. Joyce on everything there. Also, where else can they check her out? What's the other thing we're presenting?
Oh, Bandcamp.
Oh, Bandcamp, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Introduce a little bit more.
Bandcamp is where you can find her album.
Yes.
You can find her album. It's such a fun listen. It from start to finish. I have my favorites, and people know I'm a super music nerd, and it's a super fun listen. I would say one of my favorite things is if you can find the hidden secret track.
Ooh, you gotta listen.
Oh, sure.
You gotta listen for it. It is fun. So he does have the musical background. Has produced some of his own work musically. When I sent him the stuff to get ready for the show, he was like, "Oh, I'm actually really excited because we haven't had anybody who does anything musical for a minute," and they're like. He was very excited on it, and then he was just you've been texting me all day about some of the songs. Had some good time, and then DeConte, he's just over there. Yeah, he's just there.
I just be here.
Yeah. He was like, yo, that thumbnail looks great. And then he just kept on scrolling. So,
I did listen. I listened to the Emperor Palpatine diss track.
Oh, yes.
So you did your own music on that one too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very, I like
the
the beat on that was very catchy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Well, I did not expect a compliment out of DeConte. Nice. I did tell him, because he is the fourth dentist, I was like, hey man, don't be a dickhead. This is my friend. Like, well, I hope we're friends. I was like, don't be a fucking dickhead. Like, we're having her on the show. Don't do that thing you normally do. Just like, so we sent him the one song, and then I didn't know you liked it. Nice. Yeah, I didn't hear back, so I wasn't sure you're gonna be here. Like, oh, I wrote my own diss track. Anyways.
Yeah, I had to listen to it twice, and I was like, okay, let me. I was messing with it. It was cool because when you listen to the beginning, I was like, who's she dissing? And then then she said the Emperor Palpatine. I was like, oh, okay, this checks out.
Now you gotta go back. Yeah,
fuck that guy.
Yeah, it's like watching any thriller or psychological movie where you're like, you gotta go back and see. Oh, the clues.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got you. All right.
Did you have
cool.
the bulletin board and the red yarn?
You know what I'm saying? All connected. Tell you.
Good for you. Yeah, that was a great listen. We were having good fun with it. Yeah, so if you didn't check out part 1, we talked all about her background. I mean, so much. We talked. I mean, we got deep. We talked about her childhood, talked about the therapy, talked about her first 3 therapists that she fired because they were like, it's a lot. So please go check it out, part 1. It's another cliffhanger trying to get them to check out the first part, boys. That's how we don't do this.
Clickbait.
Yes, but we're here at part 2, where, as you've heard with Nick with his immaculate alliteration intro,
It's hard, dude.
it's tough. It was some tongue twisters. We're going to get into a fun game. Yeah, you'll get it. We're going to get into a fun game where we like to ask you a bunch of questions about who you are as a guest when you will go into a restaurant, when you go into a bar. Now, we talked a little bit about, you're not on the drinking kick right now, which we love and appreciate, and we always, there's no stigma behind it. We wanted to continue the segment here because we have 2 more mocktails we need to try. DeConte, your choice. Are we doing the Macarita or the Espresso Martini?
Espresso Martini.
Cute. This one's your glass, correct?
Yeah, there's 2 that I.
This one's a brand new one I just broke out.
Oh, okay.
But no, you can use the brand new one, so it doesn't affect yours. They got bad palates. It doesn't matter. You guys ready? Ready for the nitro? Bro, that sounds so cool. I'm sorry.
It never gets old.
It feels like I'm opening a door in like Mass Effect 3. That's what it sounds like to me. Fuck you. Are we not allowed to be nerdy?
I was thinking more Dead Space.
Oh, yeah, right. You think I'm going to play fucking Dead Space? I am a scaredy cat, bro.
That game is not for me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I barely play Five Nights at Freddy's, boy.
I can't do that. Friday Nights at Freddy's.
Have you video games at all for you, Heather?
I like Fable
Oh,
That was
Fable.
good,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
I played
yeah.
some Fable.
and the Silent Hill games.
So scary game.
Oh, did
She
you
isn't.
get the
Yeah.
new Silent? Did you get the new Silent Hill?
No.
No. Oh, I heard I heard it's pretty fun if
Yeah.
you're into those games. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
I don't do scary games at
Oh
all.
no!
I
I'm
do
a
not do-
bitch.
I don't. I just.
I'm a
I,
bitch.
I'm not scared of scary things. I don't like jump scares.
Oh yeah.
And I've never liked jump scares. I can do scary movies if they don't have a lot of jump scares.
Yeah.
Jump scares, they just get me. My heart start racing. It's not for me. Not
And
anymore.
then the music starts. And you're just like, I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I know. Cannot do
Yeah, I
that.
don't do jump scares.
I've never in games it doesn't bother me too much. In movies, not so much either. But I saw Terrifier the other day.
Oh, no thanks.
Yeah, man, I've never not finished a horror movie.
Whoa, you didn't finish?
Nah, bro,
Damn.
it was
It's
too
like
much.
really gross though, right?
Yeah,
It's like
bro.
really gory.
It's
like
like
gore.
it's brutal as fuck. I was like, yo, whoever wrote this, they sick, bro.
Yeah, I don't do gore either. Like I don't need to just see people ripping stuff out of
Yeah.
people. Not-
I will say it's funny. He pulled like a gun out at the end, but you gotta watch it. It was pretty.
I mean, you can spoil it. I'm not gonna watch
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I would never
Just
see
know
it.
that. Just
Oh,
know that.
yeah,
Yeah,
so-
I'm never gonna see it.
Have anybody seen? Have you watched Terrifier? at
I'm
all?
aware of it, but I haven't seen any of them.
So like he's a serial killer clown, and like he ends up getting beat near like the end because I did eventually rewatch it. This man pulls a gun out at the very end and then shoots, and he's like
He's had the gun the entire
he
time.
had the gun the entire time, bro.
Oh, the killer.
Yeah, the killer.
Oh, because this is love of the game. No, that's love of the game, man. You can't just shoot somebody. You're not a serial killer. Then you're just somebody from Chicago. You gotta like
yeah, whole
hunt them
block.
down
Yeah.
and have a good time and scare them and
Yeah.
teach their kids a lesson. That's a real person.
I've seen
Okay.
some funny clips where he's like in the store and he's got the funny glasses on and just and the lady's like, "Is he in here?" I don't know. I don't do that. I'm just not. And we're shooting this episode like 3 days before Halloween. We're talking about no scary shit.
No, thank
We
you.
did a Halloween episode last year. It was wholesome. You know.
People watch scary movies at the end of the night, and I can't because then my heart just
Yeah.
all night, and then like that brings me back to like this espresso martini.
Dark as the night.
That's true. Well, I did want it to settle. I wasn't sure I was doing that little thing.
Oh
so
yeah, true.
cheers, everybody.
Cheers, gents.
I said, "Oh my God, is there caffeine in that? It's gonna fuck me up."
That's what I wanted to see. That was going to be my question. Is there caffeine in it?
Alcohol-free, nitro charge, GMO-free. I don't know how to read. Alcohol-free beverage. Contains caffeine less than a double espresso for the whole can. So each one of us had half an espresso.
All right. Yeah, I don't know.
That changes things for me because I don't like caffeine.
Yeah, that's going to fuck me up.
I
don't do caffeine.
Damn.
I still think it tasted really good though.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
I like
good.
espresso martinis. That's the most caffeine I'll get. I'll go to I'll get an espresso martini. That's the one bitch of a drink I'll order at a bar. I know the bartender doesn't want to make it.
Well, no, like mixology bars love it.
Oh, yeah.
Break out that tweezer.
Oh,
Let me
yeah.
just get your coffee beans.
And then we're gonna. Yeah, but at a regular bar where they just, they threw it on their seasonal menu, they hate that. But I'm gonna order it.
Is it espresso martini or is that just coffee with coffee liqueur shaken up? Like that's
Definitely.
when you're
essentially.
Yeah, when you're at a bar that DeConte would work at, that's probably.
That has no espresso machine.
Have people been asking for espresso martinis?
Oh yeah, I've been getting that question.
Yeah,
And I tell
It's
them,
that
I
time
like,
of
do
year.
you see an espresso machine back behind me?
Yeah, but you can make it with you know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah,
Yeah.
I love that
I
response.
know what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what he's saying.
You lucky you getting Irish coffee.
Oh yeah.
John been killing them Johnson.
Oh, the Irish
Shout out.
coffees?
Yeah,
Was
he
he
be
drinking?
Are we shouting him out?
Oh.
Fuck him. I'm
Black
sorry.
John.
Black John.
Black John.
Preacher or
He ain't no preacher.
Oh,
he's not
yeah.
opposite of preacher.
No, he's the opposite of a fucking preacher. He's a mortician.
Mortician.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mortician John. Yeah.
You knew a guy who's a mortician. You're like, oh, he's a pastor.
It was like something life and death.
He does
That's like
preach
it,
at
right?
you.
Oh, he's life and death.
Life and death.
Yeah.
He'll
Okay.
preach at you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, while he's cutting your dead uncle up.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I hope he goes to heaven. I don't know.
Anytime I told him, he's like, yeah, I'm about to head to work. And it'll be like after he's had a meal and we've had like really nice conversation. But enjoy work. I'm like, oh, you're a more.
Do you really enjoy? I'm sure people who do
I
that job
hope you don't
love
enjoy
it,
it
though.
too much. You know what I'm saying? I hope you don't enjoy work.
He's like, I just had a great day at work. Can I get a drink? Oh no, get the fuck out. That'll tear the that's scary. Why are we talking about scary shit, guys?
Shut up.
Okay. And then let's try the last one here before we get to this segment. It's the Margarita. What is so Conte, can you look up what like nitro does to drinks? Because they all have like this similar like mouthfeel that is very interesting that I'm enjoying, but I don't like understand the process. Is it just I don't really know what that means. Like CO2. They replace the CO2 with nitro. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, I saw like it makes all of the carbonation go upwards. I thought that's all that was.
Oh, top carbonation.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, fuck. Let's go ahead and try it. This
Yeah,
is
let's
the
get this
last of the 6-pack with 5 flavors, because that makes sense. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, do better. Just make a 6 flavor.
Right.
Like a whiskey sour kind of thing. Just do that. Or dirty martini.
That's a good face.
And this we
Tastes like
always
sour
start the
mix.
show with shots, and I always had a bad face. And as the person editing, I was like so obsessed. I'm really vain. I was like, I can't keep putting out an episode where the first 10 seconds I'm like this. So I was just like being an alcoholic at home, just practicing doing shots without making face. Oh, that would.
It tastes like sour
That's a
mix,
theater
right?
boy.
Yeah, like just sour mix.
Yeah,
what it
that's
tastes
it. Yeah,
like.
that's
To me, it's just like
I
lemonade.
guess technically that's what a margarita is.
A margarita without everything else is just
It's
sour mix.
sour mix,
Yeah,
yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Not a fan. That one was.
not a fan at all.
Yeah.
I could imagine the heartburn I would get just drinking a full can of that.
Oh, probably, yeah. I mean, I feel like this one's pretty clear. I mean, we can go to the vote here, but like between the espresso martini and the margarita, what are we feeling?
I personally picked the espresso martini 3 times before I touched the margarita.
That's probably why they doubled up on there.
Yeah.
DeConte, yourself?
But yeah, I'm definitely taking the espresso martini. This just kind of tastes like lemonade to me.
Bad.
no sugar.
Lemonade, they got bad, yeah.
Yeah, like left out lemonade. Yeah.
And for yourself?
I picked the margarita.
Whoa! Oh, man.
right.
I'm sorry I spoke for everybody. Stand corrected. Man, so how much better than the espresso tea, though?
I just put the margarita at 7 and the espresso at 6.
Oh, okay. Nice. I had my espresso at 7, and then I had the margarita at 4. So do we have a favorite overall then? Between the 5 flavors, boys, the 5 families came together for the mocktails. What are we picking as your number 1?
I'm gonna go with the Sangria.
Sansaria?
I would say it would be a tie with the espresso martini, but it's just like I
With
just
what,
feel like it's just coffee.
with what martini?
The espresso.
One more time?
The espresso martini.
Try it one more time.
I don't know.
You're doing it. You're doing it with an X.
It's an S, babe.
Espresso.
Espresso.
Yeah. Yeah, the espresso. See, that sounds weird even saying that.
But
it's like how we
espresso.
It's just how we say it. I mean, it's just
I was doing it from Conan, where he had that dickhead producer. They brought him to Italy, and he's like, "It's called espresso because it's fast, like express." He goes, "No, it's not. It's espress. It's because the way it's pressed."
Oh, shit.
A lot of people think it's espresso because it's fast.
Yeah.
Like you get it in fast. Espresso.
Oh,
Espresso.
Yeah.
yeah. But I'll take it.
How do you like that? Does that feel good when you do that? Because you do it all the time.
Yeah, now I know.
You don't like that feeling, do you?
I don't matter.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
The more you know.
And we'll go to Heather here next. What was your favorite of the 5?
I had the mule as my favorite because I think I'm like the opposite of you. Like if I taste something, I'm like, this tastes like it's healthy. I'm like, yeah.
Okay. You're like, okay, it makes it better. Yeah. Oh, man, I wish I had that in my brain. I wish. But the moment I know something's healthy, I'm like, oh. Because, I love broccoli tots. Does anybody like broccoli tots? Mm-hmm. But the second I eat 3 of them, I'm like, this is so healthy. I don't even like this anymore. But it tastes so good. It's so good.
I have some in my freezer right now.
Oh, man, just throw that in the air fryer, like 12, 14 minutes. Oh, buffalo sauce on the side. Yeah. But my second one, I'm like, this healthy broccoli tots. I don't need no fucking broccoli tots. This shit sucks.
I'm going to KFC right now.
So broccoli tots are just the heads of broccoli?
They're like stuffed like a tater tot.
They make it into a shape of a tater tot with a little bit of cheese and then like a nice breading on it.
Damn,
so it looks like a little hash brown, a little tater tot, but it's just broccoli and a little bit of cheese.
Oh, okay.
It's amazing, but I think it's because my hetero aggressive father beat into me. Like if anything's really good, it's like gay, So it's just like, I don't even want this. Oh, it's good for me. I hate it, Dad. Like I think that's I gotta go to my therapist. I haven't seen her in like 3 months. I miss her. Yeah. Okay. The mule. I love that for you. I wish I had that mentality. That's good. Nick, what was your favorite?
That one was my favorite as well.
Well, I did not have that. Oh, well, you did say. Okay.
Yeah. So I would say that one, and then the espresso martini, and then the Sangria.
Nice.
My top 3.
I'm
a ginger guy. I like ginger a lot.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
I was not espresso was second to me, though I don't like that. It had a really good velvety mouthfeel that I thoroughly enjoyed. That one is one where all the other drinks, if you didn't tell me they were nitro, I wouldn't know. But the espresso, I was like, it had that nitro mouthfeel where I was like, oh, there's a different kind of a carbonation process here. Probably like smaller bubbles created by nitro infusion result in like a mellow, less carbonated drink. I don't know. I'm just off the dome. This is off the dome. I'm not looking at the screen. I mean, the texture is like, it's really appealing in beverages like coffee and tea. If I were to guess, where the bitterness gets reduced because the nitro. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Would you say that it also reduces some of the acidity?
No, I wouldn't. I didn't get to that part yet. I didn't get to that part of the paragraph yet. I don't read that fast, Heather.
At least y'all can read.
When he's sitting over there, he doesn't get a screen, and it happens sometimes. Yeah. But then he doesn't get to make fun of DeConte when he misspells something. So that's good. Yeah. It's
that
good
was my favorite part of the show.
Being mean?
You guys just took it out.
Yeah.
You took it from me.
Being mean isn't a good part of the show. Speaking of being mean, what's our last segment of the day here, DeConte?
Our last segment of the day is Bar and Bar Friends. We'll ask a series of questions and we'll find out if we like you or not.
Nothing to do with the restaurant. Just if we like you. What's your favorite color? That one sucks.
Trooper Harris.
Oh, Jesus.
Just kidding. We don't want to know.
Hold on.
Yeah, just kidding. Okay. That is just for the jokes.
So for those who weren't paying attention to part 1, we do like to, preach sobriety here on the show a lot. There's a stigma. There doesn't need to be a stigma. You can go out. I called Joe an asshole. Well, I didn't call him Joe an asshole. I told him I didn't like him because he was sober, but that's really not a thing. I just don't like Joe. No. So we do have some questions here that are more in the sober realm, but I wanted to know, like, as a restaurant person, it's one of DeConte's favorite questions, and it's been bothering me all day today. You go to a restaurant. It's you and your girls, you and your friends, you and your family, 6 of you. You're the first one to sit down. The lady goes, "Hey, can I get you a drink? Can I get you a water?" Do you order water for yourself or water for everybody?
That's a tough one.
I mean, it shouldn't be. It's just whatever you do. Like, there's no wrong or right.
First, I would have to have friends to go out to eat with me.
Okay. It's you, the husband, and then another random comic couple that just happened to be there, but you guys didn't want to stick around. You went to another spot.
We'd probably just do waters for us unless the server asked.
The server asked for waters for the table. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Cool.
That's
offense.
Though.
That's offensive, but some servers do that.
That is.
Yeah.
Like,
Waters
you guys
for the
just
table?
want me to go ahead and get for everyone then?
Yeah. Well, those are nice restaurants because they already have the water glass there, and they're like, we'll get waters
They
for
make it
everybody.
easy. Yeah.
Very
It's
true.
part of their thing anyway.
Okay.
They're hoping you say no so they don't have to bring anyone.
Because then they got to go sparkling or still. And still water? Do you ever do a sparkling water?
No.
No? Okay. I'm not a sparkling. I don't get it.
Yeah, I say give me
Oh,
tap.
yeah. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like,
I like the
sparkling
bubbles.
water?
Yeah, I like the bubbles.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I don't mind
So
it.
I did not know that.
do you think you're already, now that you're 30, you've already become the, can I get a soda water with lime?
No, it's more just like,
Because that's a thing. I've seen people do that a lot now.
it's like more of a like mind trick thing for me when I'm going out and drinking. So like I'll just ask for a whole cup of soda water with no ice. And for me, it's like a beer, so it's just easy for me to cruise through.
You should
Kinda
do.
thing.
Yeah, you should have soda waters at the house. That's one of my boys. He lost 150 pounds like over 2 years because he was like, well, I realized it wasn't that I love drinking beers. It was just the nostalgia of just like the routine of sitting down drinking beer. So he just started drinking like Spindrifts and just cut the. I mean, he was walking around doing other stuff too, but like that was a big thing. Instead of putting 1,400 calories a night in a sitting, watching Road Rules. Or whatever.
Right, yeah.
I'm trying to think of some dumb
Watching
show.
Theo Von all day.
Old Theo Von clips.
Putting down, watching Martin.
I would never.
Yeah, we know you would.
Dante, you got a
You're more of a
question?
King of Queens kind of.
What would you say is your here? I'll put like, what's your secret power as a sober person in a bar?
Oh, okay.
Remembering my comedy set list.
All right.
That is like a superpower when you're in a room full of comics who may have been drinking all night.
Shout out
And
Gabe.
They get to the point where they're like, "Oh shit, I don't know what to do," and you're like, "I'm ready to roll all night."
No, it's one of those, because, I'll say it again. Shout out fucking. When I'll talk to him at the end of the night, I'm like, oh man, that one joke you had about this, he goes, I did that? I'm like, yeah, no, it was great. It was really funny. He goes, oh shit, I didn't know. Oh fuck, man. I was like, you had no idea what you did? He goes, nah, bro. I was like, damn, all right, cool. You just cool. Or he's too drunk to remember.
Yeah.
That's what she's talking about. Like,
Damn.
yeah. Because you want to know what jokes you did, so when you can be like, all right, that worked, that one didn't. But when you're drunk, you're just like, I crushed. What did I talk about? I don't even know. I don't even know if I crushed. I'm just drunk. Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Now, do you think a remedy to that is to record yourself? What if you're doing that? If you're drinking and like getting hammered like that?
I guess it would be helpful in that case. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's helpful, as you should just do it like as routine to see how your jokes went, to what worked, as far as the rhythm goes.
Gotcha.
Sometimes the same joke is never going to work twice. I mean, it may, but
Yeah, I always feel like if you want you reading the crowd, so like I feel like the last person that goes on gets the most of the benefit, because then you get to hear the reactions and see like, okay, what's hitting and what's not, right? Like the first person, it's rough. Like you either you are or you're not, and then the middle person, you're still seeing the waters. But that last person, they know the pool's cold. Like,
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. I mean, that's why the person who goes last is the best, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Not like open mics, but like when feature sets, you got your opener, you feature, headliner. That's he's still learning all the.
Is that like a courtesy? Because I feel like it'd make more sense the better one would go first.
No.
Okay.
No, because the guy, if everyone paid money to see the headliner and he's first, they would leave.
Oh, yeah.
And then the guy's just like,
true,
all right, I hope you guys had a lot of fun. Anyways, guys, my mom, dating's weird. And everyone's just walking out. Like, they're trying to take pictures with the other guy, and you're trying to do comedy.
Gotcha.
No. If you're the killer, you got to go last.
They're probably doing the most time, so it'd feel weird if somebody did like
Oh,
45 minutes.
That's true.
Going after Tony Woods.
Shout out Tony.
Yeah, shout out Tony Woods. Like, oh yeah, next up, Tony Woods. Not our headliner, but next up, Tony Woods. 1
ready for
hour
30
later.
minutes? We're gonna see him tonight. He always pops in the Kaufman, so that's gonna be fun.
Hurt people.
I one of your lines in what was the I would rather really struck me to my core, and it unlocked memories for me of like visceral hate, talking about you would rather watch Moulin Rouge with theater kids. Can you explain that line a little bit for the people at home? Like,
I've just been around a lot of theater kids lately, doing comedy and like branching out into going to see improv shows. And,
You've been going to improv shows, okay? Hanging out with Erin, I get it. Okay, shout out Erin, she's great.
But yeah, a lot of that world is very actor, theater kid.
Yeah, I did a lot of theater growing up. I mean, I did theater for most of my life, but that specifically always got me where just. It'd be a cast party. They're like, you guys just want to pop on Moulin Rouge and just like watch it? I'm like, we're drinking and hang out, having a party. And they're like, no, come on. Let's watch it. And then, ooh, I know the steps. I'll teach everyone. I'm like, no, I want to just drink and talk about the show we just did. Like, Lear, you fucking suck tonight, King Lear. You're some ass. He goes, I know, but Moulin Rouge. I'm just like, shut the fuck up.
Do you think there's a new one? Like, what do you think would be the new one with the theater kids? Would it be like Greatest Showman, or would it be like Hamilton? Now,
Hamilton.
It's not new one. Like,
Hamilton's for people outside of theater. It's crossed so many paths that like I know people who've never done theater who love Hamilton.
Yeah, I watch Hamilton. Like I've watched that more than I watched Passion of the Christ.
Do people watch Passion of the Christ a lot? Is that like your comparison?
I think my stepdad's weird. Man.
Okay.
He might be just weird.
Is that the?
Okay. I've come home before as a kid. Like, you watching this again? Like, do you hate Jesus or do you love Jesus?
How good was that movie? I don't know. I definitely watched it more than Passion of the Christ. Is that like a good thing or a bad thing? I can't tell. Hamilton's like it's the rapping story of the revolutionaries, DeConte. There's a lot of rapping.
I think you'd like it, actually, dude. Yeah. I think you would like it.
Isn't he they colorize it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's all rap. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I've avoided musical theater religiously.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I just know Phantom Opera.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No, it got me. I was driving the other day and
the only
that
one
popped
I've
up.
seen.
I would rather watch Moulin Rouge with theater kids. I was like, and I had a Raven like brain blast or something going on where I was just like, it fucking my skin. I had goosebumps thinking about that. So you didn't. That's something recently. Like you didn't come up in theater. I wasn't sure if you came up in theater. Oh, okay, nice. Damn, that's a new memory for you. You unlocked so many old memories for me. Can you go back to the page? Sorry. So the $100 tab. What are you tipping on a $100 tab? Nice dinner. You and the husband. A drink, a dessert, appetizer, 2 entrees.
20, 25.
25.
Okay.
As far like, what would you tip that you'd be like, man, I blessed that person?
Oh, I don't. Usually, I just like. I don't know if it's something that's under $10. Okay, I'm very weird about this.
You're gonna break out. Go ahead. You're doing great.
If it's under $10 but closer to the 5 range, I'll just do a 10 and say keep the change. So like sometimes I'll tip like 50%.
Yeah.
But
that's great. Yeah. Okay.
It's if it's on a lower thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we talk about people are like percentages, but I'm like, when it's $10, like 40% on 10 isn't a great tip, but 40% on 100 is a great tip.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, percentages matter in certain instances.
Yeah, because I know somebody else is probably getting more than me in that circumstance, so I don't.
Oh yeah, I mean they're not charging.
I don't
you for
want
the
them to feel
Coke.
like they're wasting my time, wasting their time with me. You know?
Well, it's one of those a lot of people don't realize. Like when you're sitting at a restaurant or bar, like you should be tipping on the time, not just the tab. Like, no, I gave him 60%. Yeah, but you got a Diet Coke, Carson. Like, come on, you gotta tip a little bit more on that. You know. Yeah. Nick, you got one?
Yeah. So when you are at I'm not sure if you go to a lot of parties or anything like that, but when you're at say a bar and it's getting a little dancey and everything, and most of the time it's the people that have been drinking out there dancing and whatnot. Do you ever get out there and bust a move, or do you have like a go-to move when you go out there, or do you just kind of sit back and observe everybody before you get out there?
I'll dance from where I'm at, like.
Oh, like I think
on the sly.
I'm right there with you. Right, I'm holding up this wall. Me and this wall are good. Don't worry, y'all. Like
I'm running headfirst into the mosh pit. I'm like, I got to be there.
Which I have seen firsthand. Yep, I have seen it firsthand.
Whatever's going on, I just got to be there. I can't do the Alec Quinn.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey Nick, you think you want to just hold my drink while I go to this mosh pit I've never done before?" Like, by all means, my friend.
Baby, let's go.
I've experienced this before. You go.
If there's a moment happening, if there's a moment happening,
he was throwing up in the Airbnb.
Yeah, I was
passed out.
Day one, night one.
Was that night one?
Oh, you know what? Night one, you just went to sleep.
Yeah, night one I went to sleep.
It was day one. Gotcha.
Yeah, it was day 3 where he was too hungover to do anything because of night 2.
Yeah, we were going in. I was going in. Yeah.
You were overcompensating for not coming out night 1.
I just drinking.
True.
I just drink.
I had a question for you, Heather. Here, for the a sex like or no, so I like my sex like I like my. What are some of the funniest responses you've got people to yell at it when you do that live at a show?
There's some that come up a lot, so that's why I'm not as afraid to do that one anymore because I'm getting a lot of the same answers. So people will say pizza a lot. Mm-hmm. People will say beer.
It's things in their hand. Okay.
Yeah. People aren't very creative.
They're not creative at all. Yeah, that's why they're sitting down and you're on stage. So.
Last night, somebody yelled Honda Civic.
I like my sex like
loud and slow.
Nice, Dakota. What do you got?
And I don't know. I got nothing for that one.
We've been trying to get him to riff a little bit, but I like my sex like I like my Honda Civic. Cheap and Japanese.
I like mine like I like my mudslides, wet and fast.
No, we're doing Honda Civics, man. Yo, I was setting up so she can kill it. So how do you like your sex like your Honda Civics?
Off of Craigslist.
Hey.
That's great. That's great. Let's get 1 or 2 more questions in here. Let's wrap this, boys. That was there. Okay, so this is something that we run into a bunch. Late night eating after a night of drinking. If you are out and you have a late night, because comedy can go to like midnight. Do you still have late night eating curbs, or is because you're not really drinking like? Is it just like, no, just go home, get a glass of water, and I'm cool? Or do you have like binge eating at late night? Is that an issue?
Not binge eating, but I'll go home and have a little snack, like some pretzels or something. But if I love like this never happens because people don't invite me places, but like a comic hangout afterwards. One of my favorite things to do is eat breakfast when it's dark out. So I love to go to like a Denny's or a Waffle House.
Bob and Edith's,
Bob and Edith's,
Bob and Edith's the spot.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
That's one of my favorite things.
I've never
after a long night. It's 3:30 in the morning.
Y'all want breakfast?
Get some breakfast, dog?
Yeah.
I don't eat breakfast in the morning. I do not eat breakfast.
I don't eat breakfast ever.
But I will eat breakfast at 3:30. Dark outside.
That's the only reason I like when we do Bob and Edith's because they have the country fried steak. Yeah. Outside of that, I don't eat breakfast food. So I'm always like, they got some like chicken wings or like a chicken sandwich or a burger or something. Yeah. Bob and Edith, do you know Bob and Edith's?
I don't.
If you're a little up north in the Alexandria area, shout out Bob and Edith's. It's a great local restaurant, but they're 24 hours. There's one right next to Crystal City Sports Pub.
Oh, okay,
if you ever do their Wednesday nights, Or no, you probably do their showcases on Fridays. So if you ever, you will because Joey's cool and he likes you. He also sang your praises at was it 4th of July? What was the last party Dwayne had? Dwayne's birthday. Yeah, Dwayne got fucking drunk again on his birthday and just wanted. I hate you. I'm so jealous. Joey was also there singing your praises. You are very well liked, love. I told you got the keys. I'm trying to get in the Fredericksburg scene, boys. Do we got one more here? Anybody? Yep.
I'm ready. Unless you got one.
No, I'm pretty set.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, individually or as a group. Go ahead.
For the room, you can answer individually. If you've all done the riff mic, what's your favorite topic you've gotten for the riff mic?
So I got one that just set me up for a killer. It was Southern Love. And I've been on my motorcycle a bunch lately, and I've been doing like hour and a half long drives because I'm out in like Amosville for work and whatnot. But my AirPods stopped playing, so when that happens, I start doing my old monologues for like audition pieces, and it's a lot of Shakespeare. But after doing a Shakespeare sonnet 3 times in a row, you're just like, okay, I know it. Then I'm like, oh, well, let me try it in an accent. Because if I can do it in an accent, one, that means my accent's good. That means also my monologue's good. So I've been doing a bunch of Shakespeare in like Southern accents. And so when that topic came up, I was just like, oh, let me do it. And I did my whole like monologue in, Southern accent, and it crushed. So that was probably mine.
Yeah. I can't remember the exact topic, what it was, but it ended up talking about like famous people or something. So I ended up bringing up Martin Luther King. And I was like, yeah, we all seen him play pool, but this dude's out here beating his wife. I thought we were out here trying to beat the system, not beat our wives. So, like, that was, like, one of them for me. But, yeah, that's it.
Who the fuck told you he was beating his wife?
He was cheating on her.
Cheating on her.
He was cheating.
Yeah.
He wasn't beating.
He was beating her.
No, he wasn't, man.
I don't know about none of this. I don't know about any of this.
Loretta Scott was getting cheated on, not beated on.
Oh man! Oh, well, while you tell yours,
he's gonna find the
guy's gonna look it up.
AI version of it. Mine was probably the Cracker Barrel one because like I had just quit that job, and it was my first. I had just quit that job after having a lot of shit going on there, and that was my first ever riff mic, my first ever topic, and it was an alley oop. Did you find it?
No, it's just watching him like, no, well, that one didn't work. Let me try this sentence.
Yeah.
No,
I'm going into Bing now.
He typed in beat her bitch ass in one of them. And I was like, no, why would you type that? So
Martin Luther King, left hook.
Yeah, right. He was so people got mad about his monument because they put on one of the quotes, I am a drum major for peace or drum major for civil rights. And they're like, it makes him sound too cocky. But he was playing the drums and being like, leading the march, quote unquote. Yeah. But no, I've never come across that. DeConte, you're not going to spill that kind of spew bullshit.
Right.
What are you?
We know who he's voting for next week.
Yeah, he's the doc.
Nobody.
Looking through the O's on Google.
He said, I barely have an ID. You think I'm going to vote?
He's on Google O37 right now, just looking. Yeah. Just looking.
Yeah, he's the only person to click, I'm feeling lucky.
Yeah. No, not at all. So let's take it to a vote here, boys. Let's wrap this one up. How are we feeling about my friend? Yeah, I'm gonna go first. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm always a positive guy, but there's so many like pleasant things about like what you do and like how you kind of carry yourself in the comedy scene. Comedy is in bars mostly, and you come in, you do your thing, and everyone seems to really like you. Your stuff is hilarious. There's a fine line between being funny and doing musical comedy. It can either be really funny or it can just be a disaster. And yours is so funny, so easy to listen to, and like who you are when you come out, it's easy to call you a bar friend. Super easy.
Aw, thank you.
Okay. Cool. Scott, what are you thinking?
Honestly, just meeting you and listening to the questions and hearing how you got into comedy, I'm gonna have to say a friend. I don't think. You're not somebody I wouldn't hang out with.
Got no negative vibes.
Yeah, nah, to be honest. So, 100% friend.
He's just stuck on. He's still looking at Martin Luther King. He has. So this is the thing. We all. Was he beating his wife? Yes or no? Just give me a yes or no. No. Was he?
No.
Was he? No. Was he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. That's what you fucking are. You fucking dickhead. MLK. Like, you have to do this against MLK? Seriously?
Right.
God, man.
Ain't nobody.
Coretta was obviously safe.
Yeah, she was. No, it's 100% certified. I think you're great at what you do. I'm very, very jealous. I want to be able to like do I'm not good at writing, and I don't know your process, but seeing the results, I don't think a lot of people appreciate the work that you put into it. I think it's immaculate. I'm very jealous. I think you're great at what you do. I think you're very funny. You should just hang out for like 10 more minutes after the mic, and then somebody's going to be like, hey, let's go here. And you're more than welcome. There's no one who doesn't want you there, I can assure you, because at the end of the night when Dwayne is hammered, he wants everyone to know how great you are. So, yeah, know that you are invited. You're more than welcome to be there. As somebody who struggled with confidence in high school, I get that. That's why I stayed to the very end of the party so no one makes fun of me. Yeah. So I get that. But that's great. But then you're at 4 a.m. in someone's house and they're like, "Can you leave? Is everyone else gone? Everyone else is gone. Okay, only you guys can make fun of me now. But it's your house. I'm okay with that. But Monica's not going to do it. No, 100% certified bar friend. And for you, we have the custom Bargoyle.
Oh my gosh!
That is for you. Certified bar friend. That's for you. Of course.
It's adorable. Thank you so much.
There you go. Check her out. H.A. Joyce Comedy?
Yes.
H.A. Joyce Comedy on just about everything. Let her know the Bargoyles sent you. Please check it out. Bandcamp. You got $7. I know you don't tip us anything or subscribe to our Patreon, but you can pay $7 for that. Go ahead, check it out. Have a great time. As always, say bye, boys.
I'll see you guys.
Ya.
Nick's in trouble. Look at his hoodie.
Not in trouble. Not this episode. I'm not. A couple ones back, I was.
That's not playing. Whatever. Degraded and humiliated and broke my spirit. That is literally my pickup technique for everything.
That's a fact? According to who?
Would you be willing to take a drug test?